Leather. Oh. Leather.
We lost it.
Heavy.
The facade's been dropped.
Leather.
We've lost the facade, Ken. We failed you. We're sorry.
Welcome everybody to the Heavy Leather Topless Dance Party. Once again. Once again, Strange Fuzz. Sabotage.
Did you like that one?
Sabotage the show.
I thought it was great.
I think we were too loud. I got some chubs going from that actually.
What?
Oh wow.
I had the feeling whenever they tell me the bit 2 minutes before the show, I always know that I'm in for a real treat. Thank you guys.
Don't worry.
Thank you, Strange
You
Fuzz.
guys haven't been fired yet, so.
Not yet.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Let me
bangs,
introduce everybody. My name is Siegel. I am the world-renowned rock and roll writer, and to my left, there she is, everybody. She's the Chachi to my Fonz. Everybody knows it. It's Stacy DC.
Yeah.
Good energy, Stacy. You're
I know. I'm a mess.
to my right, it's Peaches to my herb. Lily Chrome. Living up to her name. Look at that.
Yeah,
Look
my
at,
pants.
Oh, look at her pants. It's hard to look at her pants, let's be honest.
they're incredible. And over there, the most dangerous band in town. I don't know what's about to happen. The most dangerous band in town, Strange Fuzz.
How do you casually tell someone their fly is down?
Whose fly is down? Iggy Fuzz, your fly is down. If you
No, I
wanna.
wanted to
We're
do
actually
it
sponsored tonight.
inconspicuously.
Okay.
We're sponsored by Under Armour.
We have an incredible show tonight, making their television debut. By the way, 40 years in the making. Their television debut. White Boy and the Average Rat Band is here.
Yeah.
All the way from Virginia.
Incredible. Virginia's for lovers.
It
That's
sure
all I
is.
know.
Yeah, they were telling me about it. It sounds pretty crazy.
It sure does. Also here, it's going to make you laugh. Elisha Siegel is here.
Woo!
Later on, some wrestling monsters. Kaiju Big Battle is going to be here.
I don't know what that means, but I'm excited.
And maybe our very own wrestler, you guys all know him as the Rotten Banana. He may be showing up too. I'm not sure.
Wow.
By the way, I have I haven't seen Stacy. I was away in LA and I haven't seen Stacy, so I usually give Stacy facts about the world that I find interesting, and I haven't had the chance, Stacy. So I wanted to tell you this.
Oh, I feel dumber than ever.
12% of Americans think Joan of Arc is Noah's wife. 12%.
It's news to me.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not higher, honestly. But
Bumblebee was originally called the Humblebee. It's a long story, but it used to be called the Humblebee
Did you
before
learn
it was
all this
the.
in LA?
Yeah. The Greenland shark, his lifespan is 400 years. But anyway, listen. Here's before we move on. I spilled my water already.
Again.
I did that every.
Chantel's not even here.
I know.
So
Chantel's not even here to clean it.
I guess you have to take your pants off.
Before we move on, here I just wanted to say this. This week is the unofficial debut of the Heavy Leather Topless Dance Party. So I will quickly, Strange Fuzz, recount for everyone the story of the original Heavy Leather Topless Dance Party. Originally, we did it a week last year, over there in the Hot Studio, which unbelievably still exists.
You have the footage?
No, there's no footage. That's the beauty of it all. So,
are you sure?
So it was just me and Strange Fuzz in the beginning. We were just really introducing ourselves. It was just kind of a declaration, if you will, of our intent. And what happened was Strange Fuzz decided that they would destroy their instruments.
Yes.
3 minutes into the show.
Allegedly.
Now, most of the time, if you're gonna destroy your instruments, you're gonna do it at the end of the show. if you do it at the beginning, there's really no place.
That's a good
no
point.
place to go.
That's
Where do
We
you go
should have a
from
conference about
Lesson
that.
learned.
Never dawned on us. I guess that means
They were really trying to get to the topless dance party portion of the show.
So
Yes.
3 minutes into the show, these guys destroy their equipment and then knock out the
make a
power
name
in
for
half the
ourselves.
building.
Yep.
Everybody,
Allegedly.
everybody on the other side of the wall, where it's the editing suite. They're all editing their projects. Suddenly, all their projects disappeared forever. Also, we had the fog machine on. Over all the chaos, we couldn't turn off the fog machine, so the whole room was filled with smoke.
Yeah.
We thought we couldn't see anything because now everything was off, so we figured we were just off the air. We walk out into the lobby. Turns out we're still on the air, but we're just wandering around in this wasteland of broken equipment.
Oh, no.
And then,
Bad rep.
unbeknownst to me, Randy Camera ordered a pizza before the show, so a guy came in and delivered a pizza halfway through.
And you wondered why I wanted
want
nothing
pizza.
to do with it.
And that was the show.
It sounds like a nice treat.
That was the very first show. And because we destroyed half the
love to do
studio,
pizza.
there's no record of it. So only like 5 people in the world ever even saw it.
I only regret that there's no recording.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Beautiful episode.
And that's how it started. And can I tell you something? It's no less chaotic now,
God.
really, a year later.
It was all downhill or uphill from
Yeah,
there.
doesn't work.
It's a roller coaster.
I am very thrilled to have this rock and roll band with us tonight. There's a story here. We're going to find out the story afterwards. But suffice to say that they are one of the most exciting underground sensations ever. For a long time, nobody believed this band even existed. They were a mystery to us all. Honestly, the things that I've read about these guys would curl your toes. I don't know if any of it's true, but we'll find out tonight. First, let's rock out to them. For the first time in 40 years, live on television, White Boy and the Average Rat Band!
Young warrior do battle in the street. Screams for mercy, bingo, with the silence of defeat. Armed for battle, I way backstage, and this heavy metal I stop feel turns into a silent rage. The call goes out about 8 p.m. There was enemy on the horizon. And the curtain falls and the lights grow dim, and the roar of the crowd was rising. chain, the very bonds that hold my soul. Satan now has risen, and the wrath of his confinement takes its toll. He made us believers. Some of us live to see the final day. Well, if all of our sins are forgiven, well, sweet rapture come and take our souls away. Marching through on desert sands with the fear in our hearts and a saber in our hands. But there amongst 10,000 demons stands the master of the land. He made us believers.
Let's get him over here. Let's get him over here and talk a little bit about this rock and roll band. Come on. Come on over, man, and we can all fit.
Here.
Hey, get right in here and let's talk about it.
Thanks, man, for having us on.
Oh my God, what a thrill! Here, take this microphone. Stacey and I will share this one. I have. It's a real thrill to have this band on with us because the Average Rat Band is one of the most mysterious rock bands of all time. You made a record in 1980, right?
Yeah,
Bring us back there.
Early 80s, late 70s.
What was happening? Where were you at? What was going on?
Well, I live in a little small town.
Okay.
In a rural area, and there was a guy that I was working for. I was young. I was working in a record store, and he had a little 4-track recorder studio next to it, and he would let me go in every evening. I'd work for him, and he'd let me record.
Yeah.
So we did that for maybe 6 months or so, and the guy passed away. And so I took my master's, what I had out of it, saved up my yard mowing money, and we had 300 copies of it pressed up.
Yeah.
And from there, it just kind of.
So you got 300 copies of it, and then you had a hard time selling them.
Yeah, we were giving them away. I mean,
Nobody wanted to buy them.
No.
You were in Virginia, right?
Yes.
Rural Virginia, with this rock. By the way, so if you listen to this record, they basically it's punk, it's metal, it's almost speed metal. It's 1979. It's so far ahead of its time. No one could even catch up with it.
Thanks, Ken. I appreciate
And then
that.
so there you were. Can't even move these things. And then life goes on for you.
Right.
You go and do a lot of other stuff.
Right. And I had a friend who was his dad I live in a coal mining town. His parents were there from England. His dad was selling mining equipment.
Right.
But he was also a record collector, and so he got a few of them out to a couple of different places. And
Right.
Next thing you know, 10 years later, he's calling me, asking me if I've got any more albums. And of course, I didn't have any to my name, but he told me, he said, if you got any friends, he said, I'll give you $50 a copy for them. I'm like,
Yeah.
So then I found out when I take a few up to him, he shows me reviews from like all over the world, from Germany and England and Japan and stuff, where it was selling for like $125 a copy.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's like 10 years, 15 years ago or so, and now it's up like $500 or $600 a copy until Jeremy reissued it on Heaven and Hell Records, so now everybody can get a copy of it. So
4 or 5 years ago on my podcast, Advanced Demonology, we find this record online, White Boy and the Average Rat Band. We play it. Gets the biggest sensation of any song that we've ever played on the show. Everybody wanted to know about White Boy and the Average Rat Band. My buddy Swilson looks up White Boy, tries to find out what happens. He says, I think that they're from Baltimore, and I think that they were part of like the sex murder cult where like after they recorded, like they made a deal to record the record and they were all going to kill each other in some kind of weird murder-suicide circle, and that's why we don't know anything about White Boy and the Average Rat Band. And I go, you know what? That sounds right to me. That sounds...
that was pretty close.
That's the explanation we need in order to just move on.
Right, exactly, because we had no closure, you know. So murder-suicide, that seemed pretty good.
The sex cult thing, don't forget that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's 1979. Rock and roll was very sexy those days.
Yeah, there's some truth to that.
Yeah. But it turns out, alive and well. Look, White Boy's alive and well. Tell him why you're White Boy.
Oh, well, when I first got out of high school, it was like the early 80s, and I went to Nashville, and the first thing I done was fell in with this band, and I was the only white guy in the band.
Yeah.
So it come
So they
about
just called you White
pretty
Boy.
naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I took Ron Keel's place in that band.
By the way, everybody in this room, probably that goes right over their heads. But if you're an over 40 rock and roller, yeah, this guy took over for Ron Keel.
Yeah.
Ron Keel, everybody, the Keel Band. Come on, Ron Keel. Also, he was in Steeler with Thing Van Malmsteen. Hey, you want to Jeremy's the star of the hour because he's the one that. Jeremy, come on over here, buddy. Jeremy from Heaven Hell Records, come on over here, buddy.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
This is the boss
This is
right
the
here.
guy that's putting this band back on the map.
This is the boss.
Look into the camera. Look in the camera and tell everybody that you just saved rock and roll. Go ahead, tell them.
I did. I don't know how.
Single-handedly saved
I just
rock and
kind of fumbled into it.
How did you find them?
I found him the night before I talked to him, and we made the deal. Oh man, a mic.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Man,
Sit down on the. There you go. Tell the story. Go ahead, Jeremy. Tell the story. Jeremy, Heaven Hell Records is his record label.
I just randomly stumbled across the band one night. I sent him a message. The next day, I was standing outside of a tattoo parlor as my wife was getting tattooed.
Yeah.
On the phone with him, and he's like, I'm surprised. He said to me, I'm surprised no one's ever contacted me about doing this before.
Right.
And what struck me
Because we
odd
all
is
thought they were dead.
he
that's
didn't
why.
have arrogance about this. It was all, he wasn't ignorant to the reputation the record had.
Yeah.
It's just,
He knew what was up.
Yeah.
He was just waiting for someone to.
I guess it just like worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely a square peg compared to what I normally would do.
Right.
Thank you, Jeremy.
What do you normally do? What do you mean?
Yeah, tell them what you normally do.
Like
Explain
meathead metal stuff.
Yeah, it's usually it's metal.
Like straight up metal, and
then this guy Jeremy, he sends me a text. He goes, "Hey, you ever hear this band, White Boy and the Average Rat Band?" And I'm like, "Are you crazy? They're the greatest cult band of all time."
Well, to put Ken on the spot here, I've been a fan of this guy's stuff since long ago. When he had this website with these awesome essays on them.
SleazeGrinder.com, everybody.
And so when I found out there was a show out here, and I
Yeah.
knew I was coming to this area,
Right.
I was going to make it a point to meet this guy.
Yeah.
And then I think I was talking to you a while back about another band.
Right.
And then you asked me if I had touring bands.
Right.
A week later, I say, "Do you know this band White Boy?" And there it went.
You better
All right.
believe I know
Is that
this
too
band,
long?
White Boy. What an incredible journey this is. And now you guys are going on tour, and then probably, this is the second life of the band, seems like.
Absolutely. Hey, we so appreciate it. We got some dates coming up. We're heading down to, we're going to be at Deep Thoughts here tomorrow night. And
Deep Thoughts
Jamaica
tomorrow with
Plains.
Electric Street Queens, everybody.
Yep. And then we're going to be heading down to New York to play at El Cortez in Brooklyn, and we're going to be with Salvation, right?
Salvation.
Which
that's another band on the label. Really good stuff if you like old stuff like Riot, Tigers of Pantang.
You guys, Tigers,
Wait,
Pantang, Strange Fuzz?
Did I throw a plug in there?
Then we're going to be in Philadelphia at Kung Fu Necktie, and in Richmond, Strange Matters.
And then, what are you going to make another record? Make a second record.
Oh, please, yes, absolutely.
Well, from what I understand, there's some old material
There's
still.
some more old material floating around, and we're negotiating right now. So
Incredible.
Yeah.
What a story this is. And we are so excited and lucky to have them here for the return, for the triumphant return of the Rat Band. Let's hear it, everybody, for White Boy and the Average Rat Band. All right, you guys, we're going to hear some more from them in just a little bit. Thank you. There you go. All right, Jeremy, get out of here. Well, we'll see you later. We'll see you at the end of the show. Incredible, everybody. Do a little. Can you get a little intro music for me?
Yeah, but just,
Okay.
hit it.
Hey, everybody.
Hit it.
Hey, everybody. Do you guys? Let me ask you guys, Strange Fuzz. Let me ask you a question.
Sure, anything.
Do you like to laugh?
At
this point.
Put us on the
By
spot.
the way, here's something else. Chuck E. Cheese's full name is Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Dropping the
Yikes.
bomb.
I was telling this to. All right, hold on. I was telling this to Arden before the show. Chopping wood. You've done some wood chopping.
All the time as a kid. Triggers.
It will increase your testosterone production by 46%.
That explains a lot, doesn't it?
I know. Look at those guns.
Come
That's where she
on.
got those masculine guns from chopping wood.
So much. There's so many snakes in wood. I'm not kidding.
Really? Ew.
There's snakes in wood.
Yeah, you put it on the wood splitter and you chop snakes in half. It's
Oh, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want
Really,
to.
guys.
That's too much.
Come on, man. I don't want to deal with that.
I'm just trying to explain myself to you.
Also, 84% of vegans abandon their diet and go back to meat in under a year. So don't worry, everybody. They're going to stop being annoying about it, and any minute now, believe me, they're going to go back to
Just
normal.
hold out.
All right, everybody. Listen, I have a comedian here. You're going to love him. He's one of the funniest guys in town, and he's really going to make you laugh. And he's Elisha Siegel. And he's right there, everybody. Elisha Siegel! Woo! Thanks, buddy.
So yeah, my name causes a lot of confusion. Whenever I start a new job, my first paycheck is always addressed to Ms. Elisha Siegel, like without fail. So I'll go down to HR. I'll explain the situation. I'll say, hey, I'm actually a man, and they say, oh, Mr. Siegel, we're so sorry. here's a 30% raise. So,
Nice.
not a total loss. You guys familiar with the Big Dig? You guys familiar with the Big Dig?
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know the Big Dig, we had a elevated highway that ran through the city of Boston. We put it underground. We got 3 new structures out of it, all named after historic Boston figures. So former Speaker of the House, Tip O'Neill, he got the Tip O'Neill Tunnel. Right. Red Sox great Ted Williams, he got the Ted Williams Tunnel. And then Jewish civil rights leader Lenny Zakem, he got the Lenny Zakem Bridge. Of those 3, which one do you think Bostonians had a problem with? The Jewish one. It was the Jewish one. It's a racist town. The alt-right came here and they were like, we're going to show you guys how to be racist. And we were like, we got it. We're good. Had a lot of practice. But yeah, a group of people from Charlestown. Let's call them, I don't know, let's call them anti-Semites for short. They wanted to name the bridge after the Battle of Bunker Hill, which already has a pretty good monument. Also, we lost the Battle of Bunker Hill. But the state compromised, right? So the full name of the bridge is the Lenny P. Zakem Bunker Hill Memorial Bridge. That's true. Which is so weird, you know, because we don't usually co-brand our monuments, you know, and you usually like have to be like a Confederate general to lose a war and still get celebrated. You know, like we like winners in America is what I'm saying. We like winners, you know. It would be kind of like if I don't know, we called it the Hoover Vietnam War Memorial Dam, you know, or like the George Washington Opiate Crisis Bridge.
Sure. Yeah.
You know? Or I don't know, the JFK assassination of JFK Airport. Be weird. Guys, I was hospitalized not too long ago for, give it up for hospitalization.
Yeah.
Hospitalized for 9 days. I don't know if you guys have ever been hospitalized, but there's a lot of doctors and nurses coming in and out, friends, family visiting. You don't get a lot of time to yourself, which I'll keep it clean. It can make it kind of hard to pleasure yourself, you know? But day 7, I was starting to feel better, and it was the middle of the night, and I was like, I got a window. I got to take it. So I go to town. Here's the thing, guys. I was hooked up to heart monitors at the time. So as soon as I climaxed, it was just alarms. It was pandemonium. And then the nurses rushed in. They were like, what happened? And I said, I don't know. And they were like, well, we got to get you down to the cardiologist, get you an echocardiogram. And I said, that sounds like a really good idea. So they sent me down to the cardiologist. I got an echocardiogram. As it turns out, I have what's called a bicuspid aortic valve, which is a life-threatening heart condition. I never would have been discovered if I weren't addicted to masturbation. So, guys, you know, if I can leave you with anything, it's you should touch yourselves because it might save your life. That's it for me.
Elisha Siegel, everybody! Come sit down with us, buddy. Yeah, bring your mic with you. That would be that'd be super helpful.
I laughed when he said he had a heart disease.
Yeah, I know. You know what's funny about that too is I was in 9 days is a really long time.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital for 4 days when I broke my
You really
leg.
shouldn't masturbate when you have such a heart problem.
Well, you know, it's a chicken and egg situation.
Right. Well,
you know?
so the thing with me was, like, I was on these pain medications, and the pain medications wouldn't let me pee, so I couldn't masturbate because I had to pee, and I couldn't. It was a whole situation. It was awful. Stay out of the hospital if you can.
Yeah.
It really messes up your masturbation.
Really gets in the way of your schedule, you know.
By the way,
You get delirious in the hospital after like 3 days, I read. Like
It's so
3 days,
boring.
you sleep
So
so
boring.
little because
Oh
of
my
all
God.
the sounds.
the
Yeah.
whole thing
That
is
you actually are delirious.
Yeah, and they wake you up in the middle of the night to like shoot you with needles and stuff. It's not comfortable.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's so much attention.
Hey, Elisha, hey, Elisha, you write about food.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Like, how does that happen? How does it happen that you write about food?
I've worked in restaurants for like 11 years.
All right.
So I
Have
have
we not all eaten enough food?
I've been in
Why
restaurants. for like 15 years.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but I'm telling you that this guy is an expert. He can write. Like, I am a rock and roll writer, right? So I write about rock and roll bands. This guy writes about food, which I think is a much better move because it's non-controversial. Because what happens is, with me at least, I say I don't like a certain band that people like, and then they will threaten to hit me with a shovel or something. But they're not going to do that to you because you're talking about things that everybody likes to put in their mouths.
It's true. It's true. People, the culinary community is a little kinder probably than the music community.
Have you ever been super proud of a food review that you've written? Like, man, did I nail that one? Holy smokes! What is the greatest?
Wait, so
what
your
is the
job
greatest?
is to eat food and
then
tell
write
us
about
how
it.
it
Then he's
went?
going to tell you about how it
Pretty
went.
much, yeah.
Oh my God! Somebody
Pretty
kill
much.
this guy.
It's got to be somebody's job.
Do you think that's why you have a heart condition?
too much rich food.
Maybe too much good food.
Probably. I should scale back. Yeah.
What's the best place in town?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I like the hole in the wall places.
Okay.
That maybe don't look so great from the outside.
Give us some Somerville.
So right
We're
here
in Somerville.
Yeah. Right here in Union Square, Buck Young is right across the street.
Right.
Awesome Korean food.
Okay. You believe that? You go.
I've eaten there. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It kind of looks like a little shady from the outside, and then you go
totally
in, and
right.
the food is delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Also, right across the street is the Machu Chicken.
Okay.
The
Machu Chicken.
Peruvian chicken place.
All right.
Yeah. I could keep going.
What's the least expensive hot dog you ever eaten? The least expensive hot dog you ever
that
you've ever bought?
Sure.
Yeah, and then eaten.
I mean, I went to college, so
Yeah.
I had a.
I'm not talking about you going to the supermarket and you're buying a package of them. I'm saying.
All right. I don't know if it was the least expensive. I can tell you the best one.
Okay, good. Keep telling me the
it was
best.
in Nashville, Tennessee.
All right.
It was in a little cart called I Dream of Weenie.
Nice.
Great name.
Yeah, and they had it was pimento cheese and chili
Oh, that sounds
on a hot dog. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Love pimento cheese.
I had a 75-cent hot dog in Springfield, and I still think about it all the time.
Rich Sales?
There's gotta be like, hold on. There's gotta be a food, like, what is a food trend that you're like, that was ridiculous? Like, there's so many, but one that was like, come on.
Yeah. What's never coming back?
What's
Go ahead.
never
Tell
coming
us what's
back?
never coming back.
Good question. I wasn't prepared for this.
I know.
These are some gotcha questions. I think like deconstructing stuff in general is just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just
There's a question I always wanted an answer to. MSG, is it a real thing or not?
it's real. It's a real thing.
My wife's talking about MSG all the
real
time. I don't
question
believe it
tonight.
for a second. I don't believe it's a real thing.
It is. I'm pretty sure it is.
Also, gluten. Are you pro or anti gluten?
I'm pro gluten.
This guy, he's on the record.
Yeah.
Elisha Siegel is pro.
Pro gluten.
Pro
I mean, we're
gluten.
overdoing it with the gluten stuff, right? Like, most of us are not, we don't need to go gluten-free,
But it's
everybody.
healthy, right? Is that the...
To not eat gluten?
Yeah, I mean...
If you have celiac disease.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends because carbohydrates are good for you. They keep your brain.
Yeah.
By the way,
Brain healthy.
Alicia, how's the comedy going?
Comedy's going great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten a tongue sandwich, by the way?
I have.
Oh my God.
I have. Yeah.
That's got to be. So your tongue is fighting with the tongue. It's just it's too much for me.
It's so delicious though, when it's like at a Jewish deli, like a pickled tongue. It's really soft. It's delicious.
Oh, soft tongue.
Oh
so
my
good.
God.
I've had
So good.
braised tongue, but I don't think I've had pickled tongue.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Where have you had tongue?
I think at like a Mexican place.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's had Mexican tongue.
Mexican
You
tongue's
have Jewish
good.
tongue.
I've had
Jewish
Jewish
tongue versus Mexican tongue.
Yeah.
Lengua taco.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Those
yeah.
are really good.
If you had to choose between Jewish tongue and Mexican tongue,
I mean,
or any kind of tongue, go ahead. Name what nationality tongue you would prefer. That will end
And
on
what-
that.
and what
We'll end on
animal?
that. You just
I gotta stick. I gotta stick with my people.
Okay,
With
Jewish
the
tongue.
Jewish tongue. The Jewish
For the
tongue.
record,
Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah.
Elisha Siegel, he likes Jewish tongue.
I
like
mean, if
Jewish
you had to
tongue.
pick a bridge, you know it.
Listen,
This
this guy's very funny, and we're gonna find out everywhere that you can, because he just got a little taste, and you're gonna want more.
That's
We're
right.
gonna find out where to get more in just a moment. You got to get out of here though for your own safety, because as you can see, There's a bunch of
Oh my
monsters
goodness.
over there.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I'll,
All right.
I'll come back in a few minutes,
right.
but just get out of here now. There he goes, everybody. Elisha Siegel. Hey, can we have a little? There you go. A little Elisha Siegel music.
I like that guy.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, Kaiju Big Battle here. Stacy, I believe, is going to roll a little clip for us, so you can get a little taste of what these characters are like, and then we're gonna meet the men, the monsters behind the madness. So Stacy, roll that clip. Let's see if this works. Here goes.
Witness the greatest live monster spectacle in the universe. For over 2 decades, Kaiju Big Battle has been bringing its unique mashup of pro wrestling and Japanese monster fandom to sold-out venues across North America. The Kaiju Regulatory Commission is proud to feature an active roster of over 36 city-crushing monsters confined to battle in a city-sized regulation ring, protecting those in attendance from certain monster mayhem. This epic conflict of good versus evil is rife with heroes, villains, and every alien, mutant, and food group known to man. Caught in a never-ending battle through time and space. The Kaiju phenomenon has even been featured on these notable outlets worldwide. Is your city the next epicenter? Beware, because monsters are real and danger can happen.
Kaiju Big Battle, everybody! I think we got some of these maniacs here. Come on over here.
That was great.
Come on over here. Uh-oh, they got a whole... There's a whole thing going on over there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is... Oh boy.
Alrighty.
Oh boy, we're in for it, everybody. Come on, here you go. Here you go. Here you go, Doctor. Dr. Cube. Dr. Cube, everybody. Dr. Cube. All right, Dr. Cube. Come on over here, Dr. Cube, and I will...
I never felt so scared.
Yeah. I've lost... I've lost control.
They look so fun in the clip, and now I'm about to piss my pants.
Come on over, Doctor. Have a seat, please. Have a seat, please.
Wow.
What a beautiful evening, Scat Vision. Are we ready for some scatological knowledge?
Hell yeah!
I brought my bucket.
Luckily,
we're at Scat TV.
Luckily,
we're at Scat TV. Well, I mean, that's what. I mean, that is. That is what we. I mean, I'm a doctor. I'm assuming that's what you called me.
That's the wrong kind of scat, everybody. That's the wrong. Oh boy!
For clarity, what? It says Scat V. What is this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
SCAT V.
Luckily, everybody, I had some questions for the big battle.
Well, this is very awkward.
But luckily, they've provided me with questions. So, Dr. Cube, I will ask you.
I brought a bucket.
By the way, the bucket is all for nothing.
Well, I mean, I brought some cue cards, for instance.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Scat is present on 72% of all shopping carts. Fact. True fact.
Yeah.
Vultures scat on their legs to disinfect them. Did you know that?
I knew that.
Oh,
They're disgusting
I'm learning so
creatures.
much.
I like it.
So there's very many of these. We have a long way to go. How much time left do we have?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Have also 24 out of 24 toothbrushes have feces on them.
Is that true? Hold
That's
on.
true. 24 out of 24.
What?
That's true. I'm sorry. It's there.
Neil Armstrong left behind 4 bags of scat on the moon.
By the way, who is the most powerful monster in Kaiju Big Battle, Dr. Cube?
That's a compelling question.
It is.
Well, since we're talking about scat, I brought on this very special. I mean, it's kind of awkward now. I mean, he's not the most powerful, but camera 3, you might want to. He is a scat monster. Stop. We're not doing the bit anymore.
It's the It's the wrong kind of scat. I'm
It's
sorry.
the wrong kind of scat, I'm afraid.
It's the wrong kind of.
No, it's fine. Get over here. It's fine.
The scat monster, everybody.
You
Let's
did
hear
your
it for him. He did his best. He did his best, everybody.
And that's all we do here at the Kaiju Big Battle.
Here's the interesting thing also. They have a big show where they're going to tell you all about it, but it's already sold out. They don't even have to be here.
It's already sold out.
It's already. This is just a waste of time for them.
We don't even have to be here tonight.
Tell them, Dr. Cube. Dr. Cube, tell them about the show that they can't get to. Go ahead, tell them all about it.
This Saturday. Doors at 6. Shows at 7. Once Somerville, or as I like to call it, Scummerville.
Yeah.
Or perhaps sometimes Slummerville.
I agree. That's true.
Yes, don't show up. It's sold out. Even if you bought tickets, don't you? American Beetle.
It's the American Beetle.
In the middle
everybody.
of my promo. In the middle of my scatological factoids. You have quite a lot of nerve.
This is Dr.
Get him. Watch out for the props. Mind the props. This is a lot of money.
Okay.
Oh no.
This is a little bit. This is just.
Stop.
This is a little bit.
The average male makes upwards of 360 pounds of scat annually.
Oh, that's too much.
It's a fact.
That's too much. That's too much scat.
Yeah.
All right, break it up, guys, quickly.
You're in my line.
Yeah,
Camera 2.
Before we. Dr. Cube, I know you've got plenty of monsters already. We have one here that wanted to introduce himself to you.
What?
The Rotten Banana, everybody. Here it is.
I'm Rotten Banana.
He thought he would try a little wrestling. So go ahead. Hey, Rotten Banana. Throw a.
Greetings, Rotten Banana. Here, hold this. Now, do you want to start?
I suppose.
Are you ready to start? Or don't you want to tie your shoes first?
I don't have any.
Get him!
Oh my God.
Upon him!
Oh my God.
This Saturday, Kaiju Big Battle, One Somerville! I'll scream at your children! You'll wish you died! The ancient Romans, they used to dye their hair with pigeon scat! We're leaving! Yeah, pardon me, I just need a... I spit a lot.
Kaiju Big Battle, everybody! This Saturday.
Sorry.
This Saturday at once. Don't bother going. It's sold out. You can't go.
Don't go.
Dude.
But you can stand outside and fight
Can
them
we go?
if you want.
I really want to go.
You really want to go? We'll see if we can work something out.
I'll clean up all the scat after if I have to.
And now, everybody, let's all calm down and enjoy a little more rock and roll from White Boy and Leather Topless Band. Man, what a job. Sector 387. This place is a hellhole for the scum of the earth. Thinking it's to the hardest like me down here to survive. Best I can do is to stay alive. Notification red, Sector 387. Malfunction error, Android SIM repair number 11. Take no chances, caution is in order. He is still functioning off, but on the border. It's just your average night. Haven't seen anything coming or going. Been thinking about some coffee, and I believe I'll just pull into this easy spoon with these other two from the Goon Squad. The less efficient, acknowledge 11, condition yellow in section 387. Their record has just been reissued by the great Heaven and Hell Records, and it's right here. Take a look at that. You can get that. That's got to be available.
A CD, wow.
It's on a CD. There you go. Compact disc. You put that in your compact disc player. By the way, I also wanted to mention the reason that I went to LA in the first place.
Pancakes.
No, not pancakes. I do like the pancakes, but last time I went to LA, I got the most incredible Cobra necklace.
T-shirts.
And then I lost it here in this studio, and it broke my heart. But I went back and I got a new one.
No way!
Look at that thing.
It was definitely worth the
It's the most
$500 flights, the many hours of
Look
travel.
at that shot. That's the most beautiful goddamn
It
necklace
does look perfect. You feel
I've
whole
ever-
again.
I ever saw. I feel great about it. Well, listen, everybody, we're reaching the climax of our show, so I'm going to bring everybody back. We're going to talk about where everybody's going to be, what they want us to do next, if they want us to buy their stuff or go to their shows or whatever. So, Rat Band, if you can get over. Elisha Siegel, is he still here? Can we get him back over here? Hey, Kaiju, Big Battle, are you guys still here? Can we bring those guys back over here? I have a question.
Where's everyone going to be for Thanksgiving? I need a host.
Oh, okay. You can go literally
Just somebody
to anybody.
proposition me for
Everybody
Thanksgiving.
get behind us.
I make a good casserole, right?
Yeah, literally. Stacy will go to literally anybody's house for Thanksgiving. So just give her an offer, and she'll take you
I
up
won't
on it.
refuse.
Yeah, she won't. Worst comes to worst, you can come over my house. But let's see.
Worst comes to last.
Well, let's see what happens
last
first.
option. All right, pal. Thanks.
No, I'm kidding. Of course, you're always invited. All right, everybody, listen. It's been a great night. It's probably been the greatest night of my life. But we have to wrap it up. So let's find out. First of all, number one, I didn't get a whole lot of time to talk to Strange Fuzz tonight. They're my house band. They've been with me for a whole year. A whole year, you guys, of fun and frolic.
It's a nice even.
I can't believe they're all alive.
Yeah, I can't believe that we've survived this long. You got a new guy. You got Mikey Trash over there. But
Hanging out.
these three guys been with me since the beginning. I wonder what is happening next with Strange Fuzz.
Well, we're
Domination, Ken.
We're looking toward a bright future the next few months.
Yeah.
And looking to spread our wings and sort of play music all the time.
Fly away, birdies.
We never do that, so it's gonna be great.
Do you have any shows?
Yeah, that's really what I was getting at.
No,
I was getting at, like maybe you would have a show.
If you want us to, we can do a song here right now.
We'll show up randomly to Ralph's this Sunday.
This is basically our show.
Okay, very good. Very good. Very helpful. All right, Elisha Siegel, who I believe is right behind me. If you just lean over a little, Stacy will put. There you go, Lily. I would like you to tell everybody where they're going to find you so they can hear more of your hilarious comedy.
Sure. So I'm launching a monthly show at the Friendly Toast in Cambridge starting in January.
What?
Yeah. Breaking news.
Wait a minute. So what you're telling me is, if I'm getting this straight, people are going to go to the Friendly Toast. They're going to buy their whatever, their French toast,
Mm-hmm.
what I like to have is the Mexican mash. You ever have that?
I do.
Oh,
That's
delicious.
my choice too.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're going to go there, you're going to eat your Mexican mash, and you're going to watch some comedy. Is that what you're telling me?
That's right.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I love it already.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Cream of Soup. And you can see all my shows, the lineup of my shows on my website, barelyliterate.me.
Fantastic. Elisha Siegel, everybody. It's a guy. His name's Elisha. It's a guy. Don't get confused.
Look at him. It's a guy.
Somebody give White Boy and the Average Rat Band a microphone, and they can tell you exactly what's going to happen next with this incredible cult rock and roll band.
Okay, we're going to be at Deep Thoughts in Jamaica Plains tomorrow night. Come on out and see us. New York, El Cortez, Sunday night. Then Philadelphia, Kung Fu Necktie, and Strange Matters in Richmond. And thanks for the guys at TTM Guitars for the endorsement.
Nice. White Boy, the Average Rat Band, everybody. What a thrill. Now somebody give a microphone to Dr. Cube, and he'll tell you what's going on with him.
Guy.
Yes! You thought you were done with me! I like your style, Scat Monster! This Saturday, Once Somerville, sold-out show. Dr. Cube, Genius Mind, Master Creative, 10,000 city-crushing monsters. Bring your kids, I'll send your kids. You'll wish you died. Kaiju Big Battle, KaijuBigBattle.com. Kaiju Big Battle.
Kaiju Big Battle, everybody! You can probably, I am guessing. By the way, will the Scat Monster be there? Will you be at the...
God, look at him.
Can they talk?
I guess that means yes, he'll be there. He'll be there. You could probably...
That's good, clean fun.
It really is, isn't it? You can, I'm sure you can scalp some... I'm sure there'll be scalpers out there willing to sell you tickets for $50. No big deal. Hey, the gala. The gala always
Wait,
has
can we
something.
get one more?
Yeah, you get one more. You get one.
Yeah!
All right. Here's Rebecca, our floor director. She's also in a rock and roll band called the Gala.
The Gala is actually taking some time to record right now and to write. But you can check us out at Deadbeat Records and check out our 7-inch. It's for sale now. Woo!
Check out their 7-inch, everybody.
God, they're the best.
Hey, Rotten Banana, you want to come and do your plug?
Oh yeah. I took off my suit.
Look, it was really
it was really me, our new intern. Guess what? I have a new web series. Some episodes are gonna come out on December 8th. We might do a daily release. We might release them all at once. It's gonna be really great. It's called Camp Massachusetts. It's set in a summer camp in the 70s. It's really swell. Hope you like it, gang.
All right.
This guy.
What a night.
He's not dead. He's not dead.
I know, we killed him last
Not
week. He was
yet.
back.
You can't kill me, Ken.
By the way, I was in summer
You
camp
tried.
in the 70s. It was awful. That's a whole different story. I got no time to get into it now. 1 year ago today, remember everybody, 1 year ago today we debuted and we almost destroyed the studio. But yet we survived and we thrived, and here we are a year later, and it's
No
very
plan
exciting.
to destroy anything else ever again.
And we have a big show next week that I want everybody to tune in for. And this one is an important one, everybody, because what's going to happen next week.
Both.
All right, three things going to happen. Tsunami of Sound is going to be our incredible surf band. We're going to be rocking out to them. Funny man Sean Connolly is going to be here, all the way from Worcester. And the dating game, everybody, with Arden next week right here.
Mr. Arden.
This guy Arden, somehow or another, has gotten through 3.5 years of college without a date. We're fixing that. We are fixing that next week.
It's hard to believe. I mean, he's
I know, look at
obviously
him.
the
He's
most
adorable.
eligible
Come over and
bachelor
show
here.
him one more time. And then we're going to find three. All right, get out of here. We're going to find 3 women next week, and they're going to battle it out for a date with that guy. And what could possibly go wrong? It's going to be incredible. What a show, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, White Boy and the Average Rap Band. Thank you, Kaiju Big Battle. Thank you, Elisha Siegel. And there they are, everybody. The most dangerous bands in town. Strange Fire!
Yeah. What'd you miss?
All I want is a heart attack. My lungs to crack. My arms to go black.
you're all scared of me. And my fingers so long. My blood for blood. My fingers for love. My blood for blood. Keep clapping, everybody. Keep clapping. One more second. Keep clapping. 10 more seconds. Keep going. Keep going. Oh no! Oh no! I can't keep up.